What is up, guys? I'm Tyler and welcome to the channel. Today we got to head out with Oceanammo. Had an amazing time, got to hit the Point Loma area, around La Jolla and Zuniga Jetty as well, but I was able to shoot a new Manta roller and that thing was awesome, so we'll get some clips on that. But just a great day on the water. I hope you enjoy. So jumping in at spot number 1 with my Hybris 75 by Oceanammo. Gonna get down and we notice we don't have great visibility. So I'm taking my first drop here and I'm looking around and all I'm seeing is Garibaldi because everything else just blends right into the murk. So I'm dropping down as deep as I can to see what I can see, but I just don't see much going on here. And this was not looking good for the start of the day. Taking another drop here, still at the jetties. And just seeing some Garibaldi and not much else, some smaller perch, and just kind of cruising, hoping to see something big swim by. And over there, I see a nice Garibaldi, but obviously not going to pop a shot at that thing, so we keep moving around. I'm taking another drop here, same thing, still at the jetties, and I actually see a really rare fish. At least I think it is. So I'm dropping down, and you notice how orange these Garibaldi are. Well, if you look to the left here, that one, that frozen one right there, is, I think, an albino. So it's super light, way lighter than all the other ones, and I think that was an albino Garibaldi. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'm not sure, not a biologist, but that's just my thought. So taking another drop here at the jetty, and like I said before, it's just not looking like it's going to be our day. We were all in bad spirits, the current was ripping, and we just were not seeing the fish that we're used to seeing in this area. But here I see some opali, so I closed the distance because someone on the boat wanted to take some home, and I decided to take one of these guys, and I get a decent shot, but he does get me a little wrapped up down there, so I managed to pull him to the surface, but he does eventually pull off, which is heartbreaking for me and annoying. So we decided to take the boat up around the corner and we found an area with some good visibility, and I decided to jump in with a bigger gun, and this is the Manta 110 roller, a brand new prototype from Oceanammo. So stoked to be one of the first ones to be able to shoot this thing, but I'm loading this thing up. It is a single roller and I'm just taking a drop here, looking around for some sheephead, sand bass, and calico bass. But first drop, looking around and just glad that I can actually see more than 4 feet in front of my face. So I'm looking, hoping something swims by that's good, but on the first drop, don't really get much going in and around that area. So we're gonna keep moving around, see what we can find. Taking another drop here, still using that 110 roller, and I see a school of opali. And I just decide, you know what, I'm going to take a practice shot with this gun. Like I said before, somebody wanted it on the boat. So I go down to the bottom, cruise for a second, and I take a bit of a longer shot just to see what this thing can do, and absolutely smack a decent opali. I've kind of shied away from shooting these opali because they're not my favorite to eat. But when somebody wants one, I'll definitely take a couple home. So I'm pulling this guy up and securing a catch for one of the buddies on the boat. But stoked to be able to just shoot one with this gun and get a shot under my belt for the day. But there he is, and I didn't have a stringer, so I just end up putting him on the gun and using the gun as a stringer. But that's my opali. And as I was swimming, I spot a fish from the surface. So there's my opali, but I see a fish from the surface and just turn the camera on and I shoot at a sand bass, but that guy ends up actually coming off because I was shooting from the surface, which is not what I like to do. And right here, I decided to take a drop on the lobster pot. There have been a lot of fish around them because they are baited. And I see the jaw of a decent California sheephead off in the distance. So I decided to close the gap here and wait for a broadside shot at a little farther range. And I absolutely smacked this fish with the Manta 110. I hit him through the back, up through the gill plate, and I'm able to land a really solid sheephead, and I'm super stoked on this.
Whew.
On the next drop, I don't even have to drop because this sand bass just swims right under me. And I'm able to take an easy top-down shot. Like I said, something I don't usually try to do. But when there's sand bass just sitting on the bottom, sometimes it's the easiest way to do it.
Did it shoot good?
Bro, I can miss another huge one.
I got one.
This is so hard.
Yeah, it is. It takes a second for sure.
Yeah.
That's a big.
All right, let's play a game. So let's see if you can spot the fish right here. I froze the camera so you'll have a couple seconds, but this is crazy how good these fish blend into their surroundings. But here it is, a cabezon. And these are one of my favorite fish to eat. So I try to move away so I can get a little bit of a farther shot as to not dull my spear as much. So I give myself a little bit of distance, and you'll see how well this fish blends in right now. So there he is right there, and he gets hidden by the grass. So I wait for one more pass, and I take an easy shot on a cabezon because they do not move. So I get a solid stone shot, and I'm able to bring home one of these amazing eating fish. These have crazy blue meat, and they're super good table fare. So I can't wait to take this guy out and cook him up. But there he is. This was a pretty good sized cab, and just absolutely stoked to be able to land one of these. I wish they were around more in the summer. All right, and I get another cabezon right here, and I'm going to freeze it again and see if you can find this fish because I was not very good at doing so. So let's see if you can spot this guy. I'm going to pause it right now, and let's see if you can find it on your own because I did not. So here we go. And there we go. Let's see if you can find him in this area. I did not, but he was hidden. And there he was. And you'll see right now I don't see him. So I actually end up crawling on top of this cabezon, and he swims out right from under me, and I'm able to take an easy shot. I was looking more up under the crack, so I didn't get a good look at him, but I was able to land another solid cabezon. That was a pretty cool experience to just absolutely miss that fish. But there he is, another good cabezon to go home, and more blue meat for me. I moved out a little bit farther from the beach and found a healthy kelp forest. Not super healthy, but I'm able to take a drop and just see an abundance of life. We got tons of opali, Garibaldi, other perch moving around, some wrasse, and it was just beautiful to see this thriving ecosystem off of the coast of San Diego. So I'm just swimming through, looking for maybe a calico or a sheephead I can take back, but end up not seeing much that is worth taking, but just enjoying the views that you can see, just cruising along. And there's another opali staring me down, but eventually I'm gonna have to head back up to the surface and regroup and prepare for another spot. So I head back up without seeing anything worthy on that one. And the next little ledge that I was gonna check, I see the tail of one of my favorite fish in the ocean, and that is a horn shark. These guys are relatively chill. They'll only bite you if you grab them. So naturally, I grab him, and there he is, just going crazy. And I just have to show some of my friends, show them the shark, and then get a quick release on this guy. So there he goes. He starts fighting me, so I just let him go. And then I decide to go back for lobster, so I don't bring a spear gun. And then I get to see this beautiful experience with a nice sheephead just swimming around. And this was a decent sized one. Definitely would have been a shooter for most of us, but I let that guy swim, and it was just cool to experience that thing in the water. After seeing that sheephead, I decided to grab the 110 roller again and head back down. Another look right next to this lobster trap, and I see a decent sand bass, and I take a bit of a farther shot, and I actually just whiffed this. There's no excuse. I just whiffed it while it was moving a little too fast, and you know, sometimes that happens. but missed that one, and that was my last real opportunity of the trip, but so sick. Alright, so like I said before, I got to try out a new spear gun, absolutely blast some fish with it, and it was amazing, but I can't wait to get back out with these guys. But next up, we're going to be heading out to New Zealand for Freshwater Worlds with Seth, so let's see how we can do on that. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe.